Hi everybody. Guess what? Another week. This week, Sarah, Zack, Eloy, and Sean had been outside for the first time. What I like to do is I like to stick them in a ball for their first time. Or if I'm in a place where they can easily get under pots or the house or bushes and other things that I can lose them in. So if you have a large area for them to actually run in, it's actually kind of nice to watch them go around in the grass and have fun. Just make sure you have ferrets, dogs, cats, and other animals that can pester and or hurt them or scare them to death put away. Also, this week we were going to be talking about what you shouldn't and should do for your hamster. Since I was checking up if grass is even okay for hamsters, because I was interested in giving them that as treats, because grass actually does make a pretty decent treat. And yeah, they enjoy it. Anyways, one tip that you should know is if you're going for a natural habitat for a hamster, as much as it's a nice thought to put dirt and grass in as their natural habitat, it's actually not the best kind of bedding, and in fact will cause them to both get very, very dirty, because even though they love dirt baths, water mixed with mud or water mixed with dirt is not a good thing. It makes mud. And so your hamster will never be clean. And in this will cause it to be very sick, because it'll constantly be cold and wet and gross looking. And so it's best not to use mud. As much as it seems more natural, it just doesn't have a way of draining. And so the best thing is to just get natural bedding, paper towels. All those kind of things are really nice. Paper towels, they'll actually rip up themselves, and it's kind of entertaining. I just use natural bedding. I think it's called natural critter bedding, and it's just kind of nice for them to kind of bury themselves into, and it's clean. Grass is a great treat, like I was saying before. It's not meant for actual hamster food. I mean, it's a treat food. The reason why it's best to give them seeds for their primary food is because hamsters have such a delicate food balance that they need to have, and seeds kind of clear out their stomachs and other things that can cause them to get sick, and it also can help with their teeth, and it's overall good for their health, as long as you remember to give them, vegetables and stuff. Other things that are good for treats would be unsalted chicken that's boiled. Makes it nice and moist for them. I would avoid pork, whether it's homemade and with no salts. That's not really good for them. Some beef is good. Some beef is good for them. More expensive, and you'd have to cook it without salt. So all the leftover would be kind of, very unseasoned. So it's not really wise to do that. I prefer just chicken. They absolutely love it. Mealworms, like you have seen in one of my other videos, they love to hunt the mealworms. They really do, especially when they're bored. And other good snacks and things like that for treats would be carrots. Sometimes what's also good for them are apples. Not the seeds, just the actual apple part. It's also good to have it be organic, so that the pesticides that are naturally on the fruits and veggies don't end up getting into their digestive system. Does not work well for them. And for some reason, I've seen that people like to dress up hamsters, and some of them, I don't even know if they even sell them or if they made them, to put leashes and harnesses on hamsters. Reason why you shouldn't do that is because, see, hamsters, even though they are omnivores, they are also a prey animal. And if you constrain them in any way, whether it's on purpose or not on purpose, it can completely stress out your animal, and it will die from either stress, or it'll literally get scared to death thinking that a prey animal is trying to constrict them. And so it's not a good idea to ever do that to a hamster, as well as other rodents, because like I said, they're prey animals and they'll definitely freak out and most likely die at a very young age. Things that you should never feed your hamster would be junk food, things that have high salt, or things that are undercooked, such as meat products, eggs, any kind of fruits and veggies that can have toxic seeds to them, such as tomatoes. They have toxic seeds and can make a hamster very sick and or die because they are so toxic. And same with apple seeds, but that happens to be for a lot of creatures too. Also, lettuce is not the best thing to be feeding them because it will overhydrate them. So just like junk food and table food has lots of salt in it and will dehydrate them, things that have a lot of water, such as watermelon, lettuce, other vegetables and fruits that have high moisture, a lot of that will cause your hamster to get diarrhea because it'll be overhydrated, which would also cause it to get dehydrated and can just cause very serious health problems. And so it's just best to kind of avoid that. When you're playing with your hamster, it's always best to keep animals away from them, including other hamsters, even if they've kind of grown up with them. They love to be on your hand and things, but if they end up jumping down and you have a animal that's near them, it can cause them to get quite afraid. And in fact, one of my friends actually lost a hamster because of that. So it's best to just let them run around, but make sure no other animals are around. And that's going to be the end of this video. Next video will be about what's the best diet for a pregnant hamster. Since today I'm still not entirely sure if they're pregnant, because if they have a lot of pups, you can tell pretty quick. But if they don't have a lot of pups, it's difficult to tell if they're actually pregnant or not, or if they're just having a fake pregnancy. So next week, though, we will be talking about the best diet for a pregnant hamster, because pregnant hamsters do eat differently than ones that are not pregnant. So that'll be another fun video for next week. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye!